everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Arts 101 for the lovely month of May. We have some great contributions to the show this month. As you can see behind me, our set is coming to full fruition. Stay tuned because we will be bringing in the artistic designer that created this wonderful backdrop. Our first segment features a young man who prefers to sing songs made famous by Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. He lives in Gilroy and is a student at Gavilan College. Val Jeffrey met up with him at the Lizeron Tapas restaurant and brings us this segment. Playing with him was the Beck Trio. We will be having them on the show sometime in the future. Many thanks to Val for doing such a great job on the piece. So, I introduce to you the talents of Michael the Crooner Carter.
You're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. Now you may be the king, you may possess all the world and its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness when you're getting old. The world.
Hello, my name is Michael Carter, and otherwise known as Michael the Crooner Carter, and music has always been a part of my life. Since I was a small kid, I've just always had music. I come from a musical background, a musical family, and it's just something that speaks to me, and I really appreciate all forms of music.
Really loves you, so find yourself some about it love.
This is the Beck Trio. This is Bennett and Eric and Saki on drums, and they're an awesome band that comes out of San Jose State.
Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm a mess without you? Take these lips, I want to lose them.
What got me interested in this form of music is, well, probably the influence of my grandfather, who introduced me to classical music and jazz and Bing Crosby and Perry Como. Kind of inevitably, I found Sinatra, and this type of music just is really my style. So it's just more me.
Without you, oh, you took the best, so come back and get the rest. So why not take all of me?
My name is Bennett Rothenul and I play piano. I've been playing jazz ever since I was about 8 years old in elementary school, and it's always brought me a world of joy, and I've continued studying it and performing and practicing all the way up through my teenage years and on into my college career. And now as a graduate student at San Jose State University, I still continue to thrive playing this music and performing for the public. It brings a lot of happiness to me, and it definitely, I enjoy seeing people get what I get out of it.
My name's Eric Tampier, and I play the bass. I enjoy playing jazz because it gives you a freedom of expression through an instrument, and it's an art form in time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Beck Trio.
There will be many other nights like this, and I'll be standing here with someone new. There will be other songs to sing, another fall, another spring, but there will never be another you. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before, and we will be beyond the sea, and never again I will sail.
You can come and listen to me over at Lizaron Tapas Selectus here in Gilroy, and I happen to also perform at the West Side Grill also in Gilroy.
While the breeze up on high sings a lullaby, give me all that I could desire. And the stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning up there above. You'd be so nice, you'd be like paradise to come home to and love. I find that day by day you're making all my dreams come true. Come what may, I want you to know that I'm yours alone, and I'm in love to stay as we go through the years, day by day. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. But since you went away, the days roll on, and soon I'll hear old winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves,
Aren't they beautiful?
start to fall.
For our next piece, the lovely Melissa Alvarado headed to the Gilroy Rotary Flower Festival, an annual tradition that donates its proceeds to local charities. So, let's check out this divine event.
Hi, I'm Melissa Alvarado. I'm here at the Gilroy Rotary Club Flower Festival. Today you're going to see a range of flowers ranging in beautiful colors, and all proceeds today will be going to local charities. Let's go check it out. My pick of the event is going to be the cyclamen flower, and I chose this flower because of their beautiful colors, and I am going to be purchasing these flowers today to support the charities. I am a firm believer myself of our youth. I do believe that our youth are our future leaders. So if you've never checked out this event here in Gilroy, come check it out next year. I'm Melissa Alvarado from Gilroy, California. Thank you for watching. Adios.
Next up, we have a piece coming from the Blak Sage Gallery featuring various artists such as Darlene Boyd, Jennifer Colby, and Shannon Grissom. Let's check out these brilliant works of art.
Hi, I'm Melissa Alvarado here at Blak Sage Gallery. Tonight's event is Open Studios Art Tour, where we have local artists featuring their artwork. Tonight's event is an artist reception where you get to meet and greet some of our local artists. Now, there will be a preview exhibition that will be going on from April 1st through the 15th. Let's go inside, take a look, and talk to some of these artists. I'm here with Darlene Boyd. Now, Darlene, can you specify for the viewers out there that are not sure about the two organizations that are here presenting their artwork, can you specify the difference between the Downtown Hollister artists, yes, and the Open Studios Art Organization?
Certainly. The Downtown Hollister Association is an association that tries to get events in downtown Hollister to get people to come here. So two of the events that they have here this evening are their quilts and also their designer chairs, which they actually auction off to raise funds for their association. The other group is the San Benito County Art Council, and every year they have an open studios tour for artists in San Benito County, which includes Aromas, San Juan Bautista, and Hollister. So it's artists in all three of those towns, and you can actually go to the artist studios, see how they work, look at their materials, see their artwork, and hopefully buy some. So that's what that event is all about.
Thank you, that's fabulous. I'm here with Jennifer Colby. So what was your inspiration for painting? How did you get started? What was, your driving motive behind that?
I think just the colors and the opportunity to express, I'm a very visual person, so to express what I'm thinking in visual terms. Like this painting is about an idea that actually is more my daughter's idea. She is a jazz musician, so, but she's also an artist, so we worked together on this. So it was really inspiring as a mother to work with a daughter and create something. So the idea behind the piece is the history of how jazz was constructed in New Orleans, and it's kind of in the back of the picture there's a map, and you get a sense that the instruments, kind of rising from the drums, because the roots of jazz is, of course, the African drums.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm here with Shannon Grissom, and we're standing right in front of one of her artworks, one of her paintings. So Shannon, I'm standing really close to it. It looks like this is canvas. And what kind of paint do you use for your
oil paint?
Ah, okay. And why do you use oil versus acrylic?
Because oils take a long time to dry, so I can really manipulate the paint.
How do you know what colors to choose for your artwork?
Well, he basically, what I do is I take what I see, and then it would be like an equalizer on the stereo. I turn it up several notches. So he already had a red hat, and that was easy. But it was a very cloudy day, and that just wasn't any fun. So
the clouds are kind of sad, right? Yeah, so gloomy.
Brighten it up. And then he had a green jacket, but I like the blue contrast better, so I just turned that up a bit.
So where were you at when you saw this man?
It was on the pier in Capitola, and I saw him, and I just said, "Oh my God, I have to paint you!" And he gave me permission.
All right. And it looks like he was smoking, right?
Yeah.
So why did you decide to do this view, this angle of that man?
When I first saw him, this is what I first saw, was this view, and it just really captured me. He was staring off into space. I wondered what he was thinking. And then I did the second painting. Once I saw his face, I said, I had to do two. I couldn't, yeah.
So speaking of the face, let's go over to the face. All right. Okay, so we're here now at the face, the front of the man. We were looking at a different angle a few seconds ago. So this is the front of the man, and so what made you want to capture the front of this man?
Well, you know, he just had this compelling look on his face, and all the lines and the cracks. He's seen a lot of life, and I really wanted to I knew that I could get his spirit out on the canvas, so that, you know, I loved his face.
Yeah. I think that's great. What do you think people take from this when they see this mature man, like you said, looks like he's had some life and experience? What do you think they take from it?
Well, I think the biggest compliment today that I got was that they could tell how he was feeling, and my paintings aren't done until the feeling is conveyed. And they said he felt satisfied and happy, and you could feel the joy coming from the canvas. And
yes, that's actually what I was thinking myself as you were speaking, and I was looking at this. I was thinking the same thing. It looks like he's content. Right. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. And keep up the good artwork.
Over the past few episodes, we have been lucky enough to feature segments from the talented hip-hop dancer Tommy Rodriguez. Fortunately for our viewers, we have a trailer for his upcoming film called Forgotten Hip Hop. We also have a surprise guest, Tommy's dancer, teacher, and the founder of his group, the Street Rockers. Let's take a look.
This is David G with Action 8 News. As you see behind me, we're
Mr. Rose, in your own words, how do you feel about hip-hop?
I love hip-hop. It speaks to my roots, living in the hills of Auburn, growing up in Hickville, raising cattle, and that's how we kept it real. We played a lot of hip-hop back in the day.
Do you know any real hip-hop artists?
Do I know any real hip-hop artists?
Do you know what, could you name a few?
Sure. Will Smith. I think he makes it as real as it gets. He's the man. He's the myth. He's Will Smith.
Hip-hop is also sort of misunderstood and universally hated because people don't understand it. I mean, you'll hear people say all the time, well, I don't like rap music.
I don't like jazz, I don't like blues, I don't like hip-hop, I don't like rap. It's too strident. I'm a country and western girl.
It's peaceful competition. It's a peaceful way of saying I'm better than you.
It means freedom. Freedom of expression, to express myself through dance, through anything I do.
Music to me is pretty much a lifestyle. Like, it's something I can't turn off.
For me, it kept me busy. It kept me out of trouble. This whole 10 years that I've been in it.
Kids out of the streets. It kept the kids actually to be active in their community.
It's Chris Gomez.
Fernando Campos.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm Mexican. What's going on? My name is Derek. B-Boy Morris Isby, the third.
One Piece Misfit.
One Piece Misfits. Crew. Flexible Flav. I represent Flex Flav and Supreme Soul.
From in San Jose to the Gilroy, Morgan Hill area.
I feel in smaller towns it's actually dying out for some reason.
Morgan Hill has no shame.
So this is B-Boy Tonic, Street Rockers crew. Hip hop is something that'll always stay alive. It's been through the 70s all the way to 2011, and it's never gonna stop. And if I wasn't B-boying, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. And B-boying isn't just a dance, it's a lifestyle we choose to live.
And now, I welcome to the show to talk about his love of hip-hop, the b-boy extraordinaire himself, Tommy Rodriguez, and the founder of the Street Rockers, David Gracia. Hello, welcome to the program. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
So, first thing I want to talk to you guys about is I'm asked this question to both you guys. David, to you first. How did you first get interested in dancing?
I got interested in dancing when they showed a television show showed a segment on breakdancing, and at the time we were channel surfing on television. I think it was 2020 at the time in the 80s.
Oh wow!
We saw these kids spinning on cardboard in New York. It was the New York City Breakers and the Rocksteady crew, and we're fascinated by it, and we just wanted to try it out, as kids.
Absolutely.
And from that, we fell in love with it. We focused all our time on it. That's all we did. We went to a lot of events. After that, we started practicing in a garage at my house. And at the time, we were just doing it for fun. And as time went on, we began to get better and better and better. Then they started bringing these competitions locally to Gilroy called the Battle of the Breakers, what used to be the Gilroy Skate Arena on 10th Street.
Oh, okay.
It's now Hobby World.
Right.
And we started competing at a lot of places. We got to go to Marine World to perform.
Whoa.
The Great America. We're the only ones in Gilroy that ever performed at a Garlic Festival in 1984.
Wow. And this is your crew. This is your crew that you founded.
Yes, this is the original crew.
And I'm sorry, what was the name again?
It was Original Street Rockers back then.
Oh, okay. Very, very cool. And Tommy, how about you? How did you get interested in dancing?
How did I get interested in dancing?
Yeah.
Well, it's a funny story. I was my friends would always kind of egg me on because before I danced, I was a little nerdy. All I cared about was Halo. I just beat Halo 1. I was gone Halo 2. Halo 3 was about to come out next year, so I was like, yeah, Halo, nerds. Yeah. But and then my friend's like, dude, you have no life. I'm like, so? I like having no life. But then they were like, well, it was 8th grade year. They're like, we were all with each other. What was it? Halloween night, and I guess they all went to David's house after I left.
I see.
So, and then they just kind of, the next day, they were like, yeah, hey, come to the garage. I'm like, where's that? They're like, 9th and Church Street. I'm like, right by my house? They're like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I'll think about it. They just kind of, every day, they would be like, are you going to go to practice today? I'm like, no. Today? And like, it was about January. I'm like, all right, I'm going to humor you guys. I'm going to go. So, and then after that, after I started learning, I'm like, it became like an everyday thing. I'm like, I came to practice every day. I came to practice on the weekends. I practically live at this guy's house.
So this is at David's house.
Yeah, David's house.
This is your group of friends, and you guys would start going there. How did this all begin? How did, or I guess this question's for you, David. How did you welcome these young men into your home and start? You're the teacher, correct?
Yes.
How did you start teaching them? How did this all begin?
Well, one day I was sitting in my garage and I saw groups of kids walking back and forth, and I knew that they were gang related and stuff like that. And that's what gave me the idea, what can I do to help these kids?
Right.
And I reflected back to when I was doing it, what kept me so busy? What kept me so busy that, I didn't have time to get involved in a gang or, drug use.
Right.
So I thought about it and I said, you know what, maybe I'll start this over again with a new generation. Maybe if I could reach a few kids, they could reach a few kids, and little by little I could pull kids off the street, that are gonna head in the wrong direction,
Right, yeah.
And basically it's just having fun, and I abbreviated it like, Future United Neighbors, because what I'm trying to do is reach the future, the kids that, bring them together.
Absolutely.
As a group to have fun, and fall in love with what I fell in love back in the 80s. And that's why I opened up my garage and I saw kids just walking back and forth. And one day I was playing a video called The Freshest Kids, and one kid happened to walk by, and he looked up at what I was watching, and he asked if he could come in. And I go, yeah, sure, come on in. And he started to watch the video with me, and then after that, he started coming every day, and then he brought a friend, and then that person brought a friend,
So
and
just
then little
took
by
off.
little it started to grow.
Wow, that's amazing. So just by that one kid coming in and then just kind of grew by word of mouth. Into
Yes.
this team. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And I think you're so right. I mean, it provides that vital outlet, and it's amazing. It's very honorable. I respect that. So now we have the term hip hop. Now, hip hop, it's viewed in many different ways. A lot of it, there's a lot of negativity, I think, in the media and society, the way they view it. And I don't particularly think that's right, because it's not all the same. My question is for both of you guys: what is hip hop to you? So, Tommy, I'll start with you this time.
Well, hip hop to me, it's my way of really taking out anger. When I'm upset, I put on my headphones, and it's like I have this whole hip hop playlist. They got like all the greats. We have the Tribe Called Quest, Slick Rick, LL Cool J, which me and my mom constantly get a fight over, because this guy gave me some vintage posters of back from 1986 of LL Cool J, and now my mom and me are kind of fighting over them.
Oh, they kind of.
Yeah, she wants the one that I want, and I'm like, no, no. But you know, that's a story for another day. But hip hop to me, it's my way of telling. It's a way of expressing myself. It's a way to show how I am, because I was never really good at anything as a kid. I wasn't good at sports. I wasn't good at math or science or English. You know, I can add and subtract. When it comes to all the other stuff in math, I'm not too great. So being what I am now, it's all thanks to David. If he didn't open his garage and open hip hop into my life, I'd probably be a pretty messed up kid. Have like tons of anger issues. I probably would be another statistic on the street, just be a gang member or a drug dealer, or using drugs and just using drugs in general.
Yeah.
So this is my way of expressing myself, saying, you know what, I've actually become a role model to some people around my house. My little 4-year-old cousin comes after me now. She comes in all her pink Adidas jumpsuit with matching pink shoes. She's like, Tommy, can I go with you to practice? And she's a little 4-year-old girl asking me, she's like, I want to go break dance just like Tommy. And it's funny because people come and ask me like, well, could you teach me how to dance? First of all, they play jokes like, teach me how to Dougie. So I'm like, no, I don't do that, I'm sorry. But they always ask me like, why do you do it? What are you gonna do when you grow up? They're like, are you just gonna dance your whole life? I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
Dancing became my life. It started off as a hobby.
Right.
Then it started as an addiction. Now it's just my way of living. Once you start, you can't stop.
It's a way of expressing yourself. It's an art form.
It's an art form. It's an addiction. It's a good addiction.
Right.
It's a clean one. Very few of those out there, folks.
Yeah.
Clean.
And David, how about for you? What is hip hop to you?
Hip hop to me is like hope, because that's what it brought to us back in our times. And it's hope for the future kids, because when I was doing it, when we were doing it, that's what was the focus on the streets. That was the influence in the streets, was hip hop. And I want to reflect to the original hip hop. I'm not talking about the hip hop today. You know, the original hip hop, when it came to the lyrics, when it came to the music, the message was different back then. It was positive. You know, it told you, like certain artists said in their lyrics, they spoke about not doing drugs. They spoke about, you know, being fed up with the way things were going in the streets where they lived, and they wanted to make a difference. A lot of these young kids that danced back then were used to be in gangs, but they settled their difference through dance. And that's why I say the old hip hop and not the new hip hop. The new hip hop that is now, I mean, the lyrics have changed, the message has changed, and it talks more about it's okay to be in gangs and this and that. That's not the music we listen to.
Right.
We listen to the original artists, the old artists.
Right, more positive.
Yeah.
Tommy, one last question. You decided to make a film about hip hop. Can you just tell us a little bit about this?
Well, the film Forgotten Hip Hop, as you've seen in the trailer, it's just, at first you see my English teacher, Mr. Rose, and he doesn't really know about hip hop, and that I can't blame him because, well, in these smaller towns, they view hip hop as a negative thing.
Right.
And I'm making this movie to show, like, listen, we're from smaller towns. We may not be from New York, LA, San Francisco, but we still matter. We're there. We're, you know, we do the things. Some of us could even be better than the kids who are so well known in the bigger cities.
Absolutely.
I'm doing this to just really express myself. I was actually gonna try to make it a show, but David was like, "Well, why'd you settle for a show? Why not make it a movie?"
It's a great idea.
So we're just in his garage one day. We're talking to him like, maybe I should make a movie out of this. But what am I gonna call it? He's like, first we're gonna call it Lost Hip Hop. But hip hop's not lost. It still lives in everyday society. It's hip hop is so universal. Anyone can interpret it a different way.
Right.
So, but in these small towns, it doesn't seem like too many people express it because they don't know it. So it's not that it's lost, that it's just forgotten.
Like hidden. It's a great idea. Tommy, thank you so much for coming on the show. And David, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on. And now, as always, I present to you the upcoming events for the month of May, read by the lovely Melissa Alvarado.
Hi, I'm Melissa Alvarado, and this is your May Arts 101 event calendar brought to you by Out and About Magazine and CMAP. First up, the Pintello Comedy Theater presents Kitchen Witches at the Grange Hall in Gilroy. This event will go through May 7th. For more information, please call 408-337-1599. And on May 3rd, 10th, 17th, and 24th, from 7 to 10 p.m., the Gilroy Arts Alliance presents Artist Salon at the Gilroy Center for the Arts. Come meet and chat with other supporters of the arts. Next, on May 4th at Lizeron Restaurant in Gilroy is Food Matters, a garden cafe free movie series from 7 to 9 p.m. Also at Lizeron Restaurant in Gilroy, CMAP presents Community Night on May 5th from 6 to 9 p.m. Come meet and greet the CMAP staff and community members. There will be music, dancing, raffles, and free appetizers. And on May 16th and 13th, Lizeron Restaurant in Gilroy presents live music from 7 to 9 p.m. On May 7th, the Gilroy Arts Alliance presents Divas and Divos. Doors will open at 6:30 p.m. at the Lavigna Hecker Pass Winery in Gilroy. To RSVP, please call 408-472-3292. And on May 13th through June 11th, the South Valley Civic Theater presents Curtains, an adult musical comedy. This event will be held at the Community Playhouse in Morgan Hill. For more information, please call 408-843-SHOW. And on May 14th, the Gilroy Arts Alliance presents the Spring Arts and Crafts Fair at the Gilroy Center for the Arts from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, please call 408-472-3292. Also on May 14th, the Gilroy Arts Alliance presents Songwriters Showcase at 8 p.m. at the Gilroy Center for the Arts. For more information, please call 408-472-3292. Next, on May 19th through June 30th, the Community and Cultural Center in Morgan Hill presents an art and photography exhibit. For more information, please call 408-310-4277. And on May 28th and 29th, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. is the Mushroom Mardi Gras at the Community and Cultural Center in Morgan Hill. This event is free and will feature arts, crafts, gourmet food, and live entertainment. For more information, please call 408-778-1786. And on May 25th, the Playhouse in Morgan Hill presents stand-up comedy. Doors will open at 6:30 p.m. For more information, please visit www.morganhillcomedy.com. This has been your May Arts 101 calendar. If you would like to add something to the June calendar, please email info@outandaboutmagazine.com. I'm Melissa Alvarado. Thank you, and remember, have an art-filled month.
I'd like to thank you so much for watching Arts 101, and please stay tuned to hear about all your local artists.